Yeah, hello. It is Saturday, 12:30, around that time, or 22. 22, yeah. Right, we are here. It's Friday.
We are back.
It's Saturday. It's okay. It is okay. We are allowed to be late on Saturday. I know people, some of them are excited, enjoying themselves. But yay, we are here. Duty has called, and we are here to present.
I thought I wasn't going to go live today because I was thinking, those proceedings are short. And then I watched. I was like, okay, this I cannot leave alone. This we have to talk about. What in the heck is happening in the country? What is wrong with Advocate Baloyi specifically? Like, the chances that he was taking today in those short 30 minutes or whatnot. I was like, no way. I know family's gonna want to talk about this. So, hi everyone, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us yet again for another deliberation on the Senzo Meyiwa trial.
Yeah.
Today, I couldn't ignore it. I was like, Mr. Anonymous, come, we need to talk about this. I know the proceedings were short, but let me get to it. Court resumed this morning with Advocate Baloyi telling the court that Advocate Mnisi has indicated that he would like to address the court. Mnisi stood up and said that he received instructions from his client, accused number 3, Mthobisi Mncube, that in the same vein as MANGENA and Sereo have prepared the exhibits and penned a Section 212 statement in terms of the Criminal Procedure Act, and they came to court to testify on the contents of that affidavit, and they had the opportunity to cross-examine them on the contents of those affidavits. He said that he got instructions to also request that they be afforded the opportunity to cross-examine the 2 witnesses whose statements were handed in yesterday. Grobler and Tini statements. Yesterday, it ended off with the affidavits of Grobler and Tini. And Mr. Anonymous, you had a few words to say, that if you were in their shoes, you'd probably not even entertain this. But
I'll be conflicted.
Very conflicted. So the judge asked Baloyi if they had handed them in those statements and affidavits, and Baloyi said that they were planning to hand them in the morning. So Mnisi continued to say that nonetheless, even though they have not been handed in, he's got instructions that they should request that they should be given an opportunity to cross-examine those witnesses, which is Section 35 of the Constitution, because as it stands, they would not be in a position to cross-examine their affidavits if they are not being called to come and give oral evidence. We could all read the room that if it were up to Advocate Baloyi, he would just hand in these affidavits and not call those people at all. But it did not happen like that. So Baloyi said that Section 212...
2 of those exhibits.
2 of them.
2 of them.
So if it were up to him, he would just hand them in, read them on the record, and life goes on. That's what he wanted, actually.
2 of those records.
So Baloyi said that Section 212, subsection 12, affords the defense the opportunity to request the court that those witnesses be subpoenaed. He read that subsection in court, and he said that the court before which an affidavit or certificate is under any of the preceding provision of Section 212 produce a prima facie proof of the relevant contents thereof may in its discretion cause the person who made the affidavit or issued the certificate to be subpoenaed to give oral evidence in the proceedings in question, or may cause written interrogating to be submitted to such a person for reply, and such interrogatories and any reply thereto purporting to be a reply from such person shall likewise be admissible in evidence in such proceedings. Now, I included this part on purpose because as I was listening to him read it, I could not digest it. I did not know what it was saying. So I thought maybe if I read it to you guys in my tone, maybe it will make sense. Does it make sense? What is this provision saying?
It is saying what it is saying.
Mm-hmm.
It gives the defense a chance to cross-examine on behalf of their clients. And it has been read twice, I think. But I'm not even interested on that.
Okay, so the defense is at liberty to ask the court that those witnesses be subpoenaed, according to Advocate Baloyi. And he also referenced two cases. The first one being State versus Hlongwa, 2002. He said that it dealt with a J88 certificate or a medical certificate. And he read where it said that even where a certificate or an affidavit by a doctor complies in every respect with Section 212, subsection 4, if there is a request from the accused or his representative for the doctor to be called, the court must exercise its discretion. And that's Section 212, subsection 12. When the request is made by a legal representative, the court should be in line to call the doctor unless it is clear. But if the request is frivolous or that no good purpose could possibly be served by calling the doctor. So this, maybe he was trying to say that, there's no good purpose that will be called by calling those ballistic experts who have said that they gave an opinion, or they gave an opinion of what they saw through the microscope, but he didn't want them to, or saw it necessary for them to come and put weight on their affidavits by being there physically in court to confirm. So he also referred to another case, State versus Armstrong, 1998, where the state handed in a sworn statement by a police forensic expert to examine 2 firearms and a number of cartridges. And the sworn statement was handed in terms of Section 212A of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 77, and without objection by the defense. Neither was there any request but the deponent to be called to testify in order to elucidate the report. And during arguments on the merits, counsel for one of the accused applied formally for the court to exercise its discretion by calling up the witness to testify. It appeared that the expert had used a microscope for his findings, that the country Jews had been fired by the firearms which he had examined. So here he was also trying to justify not needing to call them. However, you can see that in both of these cases, these experts were called to come and verify in the court. So it did not give weight to what he was trying to do. In fact, it convinced the court that maybe these people should be called. It did the opposite.
Not that the court needed convincing. Not that the court needed convincing. It was forced because of what the defense was going to resort to, which is to calling these witnesses to come and testify. But now they were going to be under
the defense,
which is a total different ball game. So to avoid that, they come back as if this is how they are going to proceed. Now they are called by Baloyi.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
He had to be given time. He had to be given time after seeing that the pressure is piling of these people being called. He had to go out and make a call. But here's what amazes me.
What?
Upon making those calls, he comes back with a certificate.
A medical certificate.
Declaring whatever medication problem that this person has, which I told you is not going to come. I told you those people have rights, bruh. We might not, but they do. Okay, let's forget about that. I mean, It was almost predictable. I told you though. Okay. you really can laugh to these things, but they're obvious.
Bentley at Andizi.
But when did you get the certificate?
It means it's always been there.
Because I'm saying this because you called them today. You were given time to call them. When did you get the certificate?
Maybe it's always been there.
Declaring that the person is sick.
You know what my suspicion is? It's always been there.
No. I differ with that.
Okay.
I differ, and I'll tell you on the basis of what I differ. These statements, affidavits that were deposited today.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yes.
They were done on the when were they commissioned?
11th of September. That's last week or this week actually.
11th of September 2024.
Yes. As MANGENA was busy, they testified.
And it was only 2 of them.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I don't believe they were done on 11. What was the date today? What was the day yesterday?
Yesterday.
The day before yesterday.
13th,
it was the 12th. I think
they were done on Wednesday.
Yes.
They were done on Wednesday. That was when Sereo was testifying.
That was my thinking. They were not done. They were done just when the pressure was started piling. Then they were done. Not on Wednesday. I don't think they were done on Wednesday. They will say they were done long time ago. The only thing they were commissioned, but I don't believe in that crap. In my own opinion, they were done yesterday as damage control. Because they sound like one person wrote them. It's like a copy and paste of each other. Then I am going to
The only thing that's different are the names and the office number and the individuals, their ID numbers and the whatever, force number. But everything else was exactly the same. And I listened to it. And I even was like writing it down. This is similar. These two things.
That would only mean that there was no opinion here. In my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't think there was any opinion. These people did furnish any opinion to this guy. They were just being used to solidify the evidence, in my opinion. And it backfired. Because now it went to the point where they say, we want those people. And then it was like, no, let's look for the law that is actually making these people just submit affidavits without them being there. Do you think these people think alike? Do you think they think alike?
Word for word, verbatim. Those affidavits are very shady, like dodgy and very suspicious.
And I told you.
The very suspicious. I'm like, oh, what? There's no way people can say the exact same words in the exact same way, in the exact same pattern, and the exact... How?
I told you.
These affidavits are very sus. Okay?
I told you.
I was like, oh, there's no way.
So the question remains again. Where did they get this medication certificate?
The medical certificate. Of Bentley.
Where?
Maybe I'm thinking...
Because if they knew, they were going to declare that my Lord Bentley is actually in a...
They only told us that he's retired.
Yes.
They never said that he may have a medical condition that forbids him from testifying or doesn't make him a credible witness.
I think what we have to learn from this so-called mushrooming medical certificate is in preparation of what you should expect with Longwe, in my opinion. That's my opinion, allegedly. You should expect something of this nature. Do I think he is probably ill? No, I don't believe that. I'm sorry. Might sound insensitive or something, but I don't believe that he's sick.
Okay. Now I have my own version. I feel like maybe he did, maybe he is, because you cannot just get a medical certificate like overnight like that diagnoses you with such a serious condition.
Wait, in South Africa? You mean in South Africa?
So maybe he's always had it.
Uh-huh.
And today, after the judge is subpoenaing you, and he's like, no, I don't want to come and testify. I'm incapable. And then he handed the medical certificate. That's my giving the benefit of the doubt over the situation.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't believe that, not even once. I do not believe that. Had that been a case, these people, they would have been privy to that information. They would have used it long time ago.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I hear you.
Obviously, I'm not saying that anyone. It's my opinion, and it's what my view. When after watching the case, that's my view. I don't think that is the case. I think somewhere, somehow, someone reminded them, I'm not doing that. Not for anyone.
And then they're like, can we get the cleanest way to have you not be a part of this?
Obvious, all these are speculation and alleged.
Yeah, we are speculating here. We're not saying that is the case.
As for medical certificate, you can get that thing in less than an hour in South Africa.
Are you for real? Like that diagnoses you with such a serious condition that you can appear before a judge?
It's an issue of writing. What is a diagnosis?
So do you propose that Rata has him checked out by his doctor? I like the
position that Mngomezulu took. That's what I'm going to say. Mngomezulu took a position that is clear and clean. This thing of the medical certificate speaks for itself. This thing of trusting learned colleagues just because I'm a doctor, then you can trust me. That thing does not work. This is South Africa, Baba. We have seen people committing crime, biggest crimes, and then conveniently dying for all to see. And then conveniently the funeral is hush-hush. I'm not going to say names, but we have seen that in South Africa, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
We have seen things like that, and we forget about that person.
Yes,
one day you are walking in Mauritius, you come across the person like, "There's my eye. Are they deceiving me? This looks like that's what people who knew best were saying. They were like,
Bester was walking around.
And then they're like,
free.
Maybe he's in jail.
Driving.
Maybe this is a lookalike.
The most luxurious cars.
Until someone decided to pop our Shai's tomb. That's all I'm saying. People can be in jail. People tell stories on YouTube of how they were released to do other things outside. I'm trying to make an example, a case. And these are very same people that do that. Right? These are the very same group of people that are capable of doing that. Right?
Yes.
These are people, for goodness sake, have not been, in my opinion, genuine about what happened upon the arrest of these people. These are the people who are denying and coming back and contradicting themselves. I cannot believe them on a face value. I can't. No, in that court, I don't believe anyone. Even when I hear a defense accepting certain things easily, I question that. Because just producing that thing, is that enough? Let me show you the double standards here. One of the accused is sick. The judge orders for the checkings and all that.
By a private
doctor. It will be within, and was it Mngomezulu's client?
It was accused number 5.
Accused number 5. It will be within Mngomezulu's right to say, can we have a meeting or no, actually the doctor would not be will not be allowed to have a meeting of such.
Well, there was
Because that
also a
will-
time when it was Ngomezulu's client accused number 1.
Yes, because that will amount to Zuma issue again of the medical records being. They are banking on. You see,
He even
I think that's where we are banking on. That you cannot unseal those things.
it's a medical record.
It's a medical record. When someone gives you a piece of paper, well, you must believe it. You can even, if they say, for example, I have terminal cancer, you cannot check how many times these people have been going to hospital for chemo whatsoever.
Or any treatment. Or
That is
whatsoever.
wrong. Now you have to accept it. Oh yeah, that's it. You know, what more can you use to actually avoid being there other than medical condition, not being in a state?
The other one
Let me
is-
make an example. We didn't know what MCA was actually sick of when he came there, but he came.
And he testified.
He testified and
and he
finished.
stood there for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Sometimes he would even express that he was in pain. He came from an
Yes.
operation.
Yes.
He couldn't stand for too
Yes.
long. But he still did it, you know.
Yes.
Shout out to Musia for that, eh? Shout out to him for showing up.
And the reason why they should not believe this certificate is because the state is not saying, my lord, we have an affidavit that was written by Bentley. Unfortunately, Bentley cannot come. There is no affidavit. Conveniently, there's a letter of declaring that I'm in a condition that I cannot testify. You know, if they said, here are these people's, because Bona, according to them, even if we are a verifier or whatsoever, what is not even a verifier, what is it called?
Analyst, ballistic
No,
analyst.
this one's opinionist. Even if you are an opinionist, you must hand in the affidavits. That's their thing. They did that because they wanted to solidify their case. While on the other side, Sereo is saying only 2 affidavits are supposed to be there. They went on to get a third,
and
a second, a third and a fourth.
Affidavit to solidify.
To solidify their case. Now it's backfiring. Now we should feel sorry. Should we feel sorry because these people who are also there in custody, now we also must feel sorry for them also. That everyone must be looked at as a person. You can't just choose and pick. Okay, this one is sick. It's okay. It's fine. I'm gonna feel sorry. No. That is what who's this guy? Dalimpov branded as what is it called? The so-called law.
Yes.
It is crazy that we must now say, okay, you're sick, okay, we accept it. I was disappointed by the other 3 defense.
For them to accept
For
it.
them
Because
to,
Ramasipili,
considering the
Mnisi,
circumstances, they should
Mumalo,
question.
Mnyeki,
They do
all
not.
like-
They close that door of now being able to raise such points as, my lord, there is an issue here. The issue is such that we understand there is this letter or there's this medical note that we must adhere and read and actually accept it. But the problem here is that, first of all, these affidavits were made when MANGENA was testifying. That's the first. Sereo was testifying. Or if they were saying no, they were made long time ago, and they were only commissioned recently when we realized we're gonna need them. Oh well, then they should be accompanied by by the Bentley's affidavits too.
Yes.
That's where the problem is. You know, they need to raise this thing of evidence just coming and mushrooming at a convenient time for convenient reasons. And then when the verification is needed, when the examination is needed to those people, all of a sudden there are a lot of mushrooming concerns that are giving reasons why these people cannot be examined. Baloyi first comes and say these people, his submission initially, it says these people does not need to be there. Later on, when he sees that actually they are going to call this or subpoena these people, or the court might subpoena these people, okay, he's bringing them now, but he's bringing them in piecemeal. And then someone comes with an affidavit, what do you call a medical note that says I'm not ready to be in that stand. After you have defended the position of them being there, how then do we accept this as the truthful reflection of this person's medical condition? You started by defending. You did not say right away that, hey, actually, one is sick. We can only give you 2. You know, you started by saying all of them, they don't need to be there. And then conveniently, when you see that you are cornered in terms of bringing these people, either way, they are going to come in that set. Let me bring them in, but I cannot give you this one. So there is an argument that needs to be made there. The state is blundering in this case. The state is creating a loophole, in my opinion, for this case to actually favor them. They are playing a chess game in this court using these people's life. I need to put that on record, my lord, because I cannot go and say, let's peruse the medical history of this person. The law will not allow us that, unless my lord can make an exception. I don't know where it comes from and what, but I'm just putting it on record that we are put in a position where we have to accept things. After there were certain submissions that were made, actually denying these people a chance to come and be examined here. Now all of a sudden you are giving us those chosen one. And at the right time, those people, they are busy testifying in court. No one is verifying that they are testifying on Monday indeed. No one's verifying that they are testifying on Tuesday indeed. Maybe this is the time. Maybe this is a monkey trick that is used to buy time for these people to be coached, my lord. So that they can be in cahoot with the states.
Well, Baloyi said that they are in agreement that should the defense request that these ballistic experts be requested to come and testify, the court has got the discretion. But that will happen much later. At this point, the state intends to proceed in terms of Section 212, subsection 4, and they beg leave to hand up the 2 exhibits. So Baloyi literally admitted those affidavits entering them by force without the owners needing to come and testify.
And look at how he did not submit after those submissions. He goes because he realized that, okay, if you do not want to call these people, the defense is saying we will call them. If when you are not ready to call them, it's good, we will call them. And then he realized, I'm cornered. I need, because if they call them, I will not get a chance or even time to talk to these people. Do you understand?
Yeah. So he admitted the affidavits of Captain Grobler and Captain Dini, and he begged leave to read the contents on the record. You know, as I was watching, I could not be bothered. Like, it
someone
felt
is
wrong.
saying, Andy was saying the date was 11 September 2014.
No, it wasn't 2014.
I had 2024.
I had 2024. Guys, was it 2014? Oh, it can't be, because the re-examination took place in 2020. The what they're talking about.
It couldn't have been 2014
no.
Because one, in 2014, this gun was not there. It was not examined. Only on May 2015, this gun was in the police hands.
It was with the other police officers for the Cleveland case.
Rule-offs.
Rule-offs.
Not even about this case.
No.
Then only in 2020, it reaches Mangena's hands.
And then they overlooked the process, or they observed and gave their opinion in July 2020. I forgot the exact date. I think it's the 24th or something like that. July 2020. It could not have been 2014. It was 2020 for this week. 2 days ago. 2 to 3 days ago.
Yes.
That's when they commissioned those affidavits.
Yes.
As Sereo was testifying, was being cross-examined actually. Being cross-examined.
They were busy writing.
And I think it was Mnisi's day on Wednesday. Yes.
When Mnisi pushed, and who pushed? It is Mnisi.
Yes, it's Mnisi who pushed.
Then on Wednesday, probably later, they were like, we need to do something.
Let's commission affidavit on that day. So yes, guys, it was in 2014. And also, I couldn't help, but it felt wrong as these things were being admitted. But little did I know that it was going to be a turnaround. Well, he got Sibanda to read them on record. Even though the defense was strongly against this, but they continued, and Sibanda started with the affidavit of Rita Grobler. She's a female captain in the South African Police Service at the Forensic Science Laboratory, and she said that she's a forensic analyst in the service of the state, and she's been attached to ballistics section since 2000 as an examiner or forensic ballistics with the following qualifications, experiences. She's got academics that she obtained a bachelor's RTM degree specializing in criminology during 1999 at the University of Pretoria. She obtained an advanced certificate in forensic criminalistics specializing in forensic ballistics from UNISA in 2001. And to date, she has examined 6,805 cases. Isn't this more than Mangena? Mangena's was 4,000.
Yeah, it is.
And she examined ballistic-related cases as part of daily tasks, and she testified on a regular basis in courts of South Africa. She has attended the following internal external training interventions: identification of ammunition, fired bullet, the use of microscope and microscopic equipment, individualization of firearm ammunition, fired bullet acquisition, and fired cartridge cases. She's also used IBIS, microphotography, identification of firearms, examination of firearms, so literally everything, word for word, that was in, I think, Sereo's testimony. Manufacturing process and ammunition, photographs and the documentation of results during investigation, individualization of tools and tool marks. This is where they deal with the striations, physical matching, documentation, examination results, internal forensic ballistics, functioning of firearms mechanics during firing process, burning rates of propellant powder and gas pressure, the transfer of marks by firearm cartridges. It went on and on and on. But even within Dini's affidavit, word for word, same thing. Except the only thing that differs is the qualifications that they have, as well as their names and their ID numbers and their force numbers. So she said, or in the affidavit, I'm not going to say she said, the affidavit is written as, on the 22nd of July 2020, during the performance of my official duties, Lieutenant Colonel Mangena, C. Mangena, came to my office with a case file requesting a microscopic opinion regarding the following exhibit bullet and test fired bullets: 1 9mm caliber fired bullet, 8 9mm test fired bullets. I examined the fired bullets and compared the individual class characteristics markings transferred to them by firearm components during the firing process using a comparison microscope, and found the bullets mentioned were fired from the same firearm. The conclusion arrived at were based on facts established by means of examination and processes which require the knowledge and skill in forensic ballistics. So it was signed by Captain Arhrobla on the 11th of September 2024, commissioned by N. Ntotovu. And the judge also introduced or instructed Sibanda to also read the second affidavit, exactly the same, word for word. I didn't even bother writing it down. But he also said in his affidavit that he's a captain in the SEP as senior forensic analyst. He has been at the Forensic Science Lab since 2005 as an examiner. He has a BTech degree in policing from Tshwane University of Technology, and he got it in 2004. He's got a postgraduate diploma in criminal justice and forensic investigation from the University of Johannesburg in 2006, a diploma in policing from Technikon Pretoria that he got in 2003, and a certificate in criminal justice from Technikon Pretoria that he got in 2000. He obtained a course in blood stain pattern analysis in 2012 and 2013, and this course was offered by Bevel Gardner and Associates from the United States of America. And he went on to mention everything else he's done. To date, he has examined 3,500 cases. Okay, so you can literally tell that these two individuals, they are highly learned to me, in my opinion, compared to MANGENA and even Sereo. They've got the qualifications that are quite strong. Their reputation, I don't know what it's like, but education-wise, it's heavy on their side. I don't know how you feel, Mr. Anonymous. But I feel like they
do not know
blend.
why education is an issue here. On the basis of this theory, all of them, they are submitting that they have dealt with the theory thoroughly, and that is what matters in this case.
The CMS. And
yes.
No, I'm just so anticipating.
Them being learned is not an issue. Whatever they were studying, it's just criminal law or criminology. It does not matter. It's immaterial when it comes to the issues of the ballistic. The ballistic issues, we are going to confine it to these theories that are there for ballistics. Whether you have an honors in law, you have a master's in law in LLB, it does not make any difference. You are not a better judge of these characteristics you are analyzing. That's the same thing. What matters is that I want to kill that thing of thinking that because someone is learned, therefore their evidence is credible. That is not the case here.
You already know you can anticipate Judge Rata saying,
yes,
don't expect,
We are dealing with here, what we are dealing with the police, in my opinion. It's my perception that they are probably, we are at a stage where we are dealing with people who are defending themselves for their dear lives. So they keep on expanding and expanding and expanding. So I'm not going to take that as something that we should look at. It's a good thing that you went to University of Pretoria. We all did. So should I go there and testify now just because I went there and probably I'm more learned to certain people that are there? No. What matters is what you read about that ballistic. Did you go through those classes? Are you not lying? Is the interpretation in line with the rules and regulations that are put in that theory? Simple as that. Get out. Your Bachelor of Law and whatnot, it will assist you in articulation, maybe. If you want to express yourself in English, maybe you'll be well versed when it comes to that, which is good because we'll be able to understand your evidence properly. And that is it. We have seen it with Sereo.
Yes.
But was he answering questions that were asked? In my opinion,
no.
He was answering them,
very
but
evasive.
In a wrong
very
way.
Evasive.
So there's nothing to read on that thing. We must look at these people as that. And what matters also is that they wanted to judge this case, in my opinion. They wanted to judge this case on the balances of probability. They wanted to say 4 versus 1. The probability favors 4. But now they are at a situation where they now have to expose themselves on this theory. the interpretation of this theory, which becomes subjective, which now becomes the issue of, was the interpretation done properly? Then therefore the analysis, were they done properly? Yes or no? That is what now we're going to deal with, because already there is one admitting that someone else did something deviated from the rules that you need to adhere to as a ballistic expert and in that office of forensic. That is something that we need to look at. And that is it.
That is it.
Yes.
So you heard Grobler's statement. Now, it's time for Ntini's one. Okay? So Sibanda read all the things that he said he can do, which have exactly copy and paste to that of Grobler's statement. Now, when it comes to Ntini's statement, it says that on the 22nd of July 2020, so they were literally asked to give their opinion and check on the same day. So the question now becomes that if Bentley was also going to testify and had an affidavit, he was also asked to check on the 22nd of July 2020. So all of them, there's a possibility that they checked on the same day. During the performance of my official duties, I was requested by Lieutenant Colonel C. MANGENA to provide a microscopic opinion regarding the following exhibit bullet and test fired bullet, 1 9mm caliber fired bullet, 8mm caliber test fired bullet, and respectively. I examined the fired bullet mentioned in paragraph 3.1 and 3.2 and compared the individual and class characteristics markings transferred to them by firearm, compared them during the firing process using a comparison microscope, and found the bullets mentioned in paragraph 3.1 and 3.2 were fired from the same firearm. The conclusion arrived at were based on facts established by means of examination and process, which require the knowledge and skill in forensic ballistics. So, signed by Captain M.E. Ntini and commissioned by Thokozani Justice Mthembu on the 11th of September 2024.
Let's push the likes. Emily, pause a bit, breathe in. Let's push the likes. For those who are here and supporting the channel, please push the like. It's Friday. Friday, guys, we could be grooving also. We could be...
Oh, they're saying that Sibanda realized that the date was wrong. And he said, someone is saying this, Komota realized 2024 was 2 days ago.
It was...
And said 2014. And then someone else is saying cooking is too much. Cooking is too much. I can't see properly.
It could be an interpreter also. I mean, if you listen to an interpreter, that's what you're relying on. Well, sorry. You are probably going to come with a lot of wrong things here. And
11th of September 2014.
It was not even short.
So
at the
even
time.
if it was that, fact still remains.
Senzo was not even short at the time.
11th September was
is
way before
October.
the incident. So I don't know what was happening with Sibanda when he said 2014. I don't understand. He meant to say 2024. That's for sure. So the exhibits got admitted respective.
Or it was not a mistake. Maybe it was done on purpose to confuse the record because it was going to be highlighted. And I want you to look at what I observed when that date was mentioned. It did mention
2014.
The judge then jumped in and started asking other questions. Do you understand? Immediately after saying that, started asking something else, deviating from the dates.
Oh, the judge did ask Balo if the act says that there must be subpoenaed.
Yes.
Grobler and Ntini.
Yes.
Or ordered. They must be subpoenaed or ordered. So that was to take away from the distraction of 2014, 11 September. No, Zivanda, you need to get your things correct. It can't be 11 September 2014. It cannot be. So can we say that Ntini wrote this affidavit in 2014? 2014 kanjani?
It's fine. I mean, it's not an issue, guys. We pass. It was just
I feel like it was a mistake. He meant to say 2024. But then the judge also said that he was going to grant the application because in this court, every piece of evidence must be traversed so that nobody says, "Ugwetjwele sageni," if we are gwetjwa.
So now he's using if.
If.
That's a new thing.
If we are gwetjwa, it means ugwetjwele sageni. Please explain it to our family who are not Zulu speaking again. Like you are being convicted for a crime that you feel you did not commit, and then he adds on to say, if I convict. So now he's added the statement if to confuse the name. The judge asked Mnisi when he wants to come or when should Tini and Grobler come and testify.
We are back to square one.
And he's asking them as if they had a choice.
Notice how they are now trying to make it as if this is Mnisi's call. They are trying to shy away from these people because I think, in my opinion, the meeting has not happened where they need to go through these things. So it's not clear what is the position. That's my opinion. It's not clear which position these people are standing on. Let me remind you again. There's a person of no color there.
Yes, Miss Grobler. Miss Rita Grobler.
Instructions. The no-go area. So you must start using the battering system to achieve what you need to achieve. That's my opinion. But let us like the video, guys. Please like the video. Like the video. Push it to 200. I didn't say anything. I just say allegedly.
Not the battering system.
It's the only thing that can get you what you want. Hey, fro. If you are going to come forceful there, you are going to suffer. You might collapse this case very fast before you even notice.
Mnisi said that these are.
I'm not saying this. I'm not sucking this thing. I've realized. Even do you remember on the transcription of that script? The lady that was called there, that lady was relaxed. You could say he was sitting on sofa.
She didn't care. She's speaking to a judge.
She was not panicking. Hey, I'm speaking to a judge. And
she was like,
okay.
But listen. We had the recording, and we did transcribe it. It was handed over there in full. It was never missing anything. So we'll look through it. But the judge wants to know.
To a judge.
No, but we'll look through it.
No.
No, wait. Let me finish. We will look through.
So, I think you already know what to expect if you are going to deal with such.
Hey, I wish I had that much freedom in life.
You want them to sway to a certain direction. It's not a straightforward.
I suffer well to be a Karen. I suffer well to be just as free as a Karen, but I hope not.
Nah, those ones, they don't play around.
Suffer well. She didn't care. Honestly, she didn't care whether it's a judge or what. She didn't care. So now I can only imagine what the subpoenaing system will be like to
look at how
get Miss Grobler.
Look at how we started with subpoenaing and then we move away from subpoenaing. Now they are going to come. They had to be called first.
Now they have to be called.
Dini is lucky because he's moving with the right group. Because otherwise, they were going to subpoena them.
Well, Mnisi said that these are state witnesses in response to the judge because the judge was hell-bent on, making it Mnisi's responsibility of when these witnesses need to come to court. Well, he said that they are of the state. And yesterday, they objected, the defense objected, that they cannot go along with what the state wants to do by submitting those affidavits. So he does not know when the state intends to call those witnesses. And the judge said that it is not about them, it's about Mnisi specifically. He launched an application to cross-examine them, and Mnisi said that he will be ready at any time when they are called. So the judge asked Baloyi if they will be ready on Monday, and Baloyi said that he would imagine so. And then the judge said that they must adjourn so that those persons can be called. So after the adjournment, Baloyi
Why were
said
they
that
not called like they called this woman so that we could hear the conversation?
In court,
It would be
remember
very
how
nice.
the transcriber was
Called
like
in court.
in court, like we were at liberty of hearing exactly what is going on.
I can imagine saying, "Yeah, I'm available on Monday."
But this with the police, this one is very tricky because don't know whether they agreed or what. It's unclear right now. We'll only see whether they agreed or not on Wednesday.
This is also.
We'll see.
This is also. Got an affidavit. It's not make sure. It's not make sure.
So Baloyi said that they'd have to stand down until Wednesday. They'd like to deal with them before dealing with the evidence of Brigadier Gininda. The judge instructed Baloyi to make the application so that when the JP complains, he can refer him to Mr. Baloyi's application so that the JP can see that him as the judge, there was nothing he could do. It was out of his hands, out of his control. The circumstances were totally out of his control.
Yeah, my daughter.
So yes, court will resume on the 18th of September. Both of them, Grobler and Untini, will be coming to court on Wednesday. The defense counsel had no objection, and Ms. Rita Grobler and Mr. General Lieutenant Tini, they are involved in other duties in courts. Apparently, they're going to be testifying in different courts on Monday and Tuesday, and they will be available on Wednesday. I don't know how true that is, but
So
that is what
how do you
was.
predict the order?
Ndini will be testifying first, should he testify.
And what are you basing that on?
I'm basing it on Miss Grobler. Miss Grobler,
Being a strong one.
not necessarily a strong one, but I see more resistance there for some weird reason. I see her not really willing.
Okay. I think Ndini will be the last one.
Why?
Because Grobler cannot wait, first of all. Can waste their time. They have families. Number two, they need someone that, on the basis that we are saying, there will be a bit of resistance in terms of
That's just speculating.
of fathoming the information. So do expect her to start first, get it over and done with, and find someone who's gonna be able to solidly support the narrative. That's my thinking. And Dini was around, and that's a problem. That's a problem that we are still going to go to continue.
So before the adjournment, Baloyi said that there are two aspects that he would like to deal with. So he said that they are of the view that the cross-examination, without having to trammel on his learned friend's right of cross-examination, but should be limited to microscopic opinion they gave, and to avoid any misconceptions. He said the parameters should be set for the cross-examination. So he was literally telling the judge to tell the defense how to cross-examine. He was telling them.
Why do you think so?
Because I don't, Mnisi's cross-examination style. In fact, even Ramosipili this time, his game is on another level when it comes to this ballistic evidence. He has read on ballistic ways of doing things. So I feel like he saw what happened to Sereo. He saw also what happened to Mangena. So he's kind of afraid that these two witnesses saw what happened to Sereo and also saw what happened to Mangena and may not be feeling comfortable to come and deliberate on the history of ballistics, the intricacies of ballistics and the processes and all of that. They may not be willing to go through all of that just to verify Mangena's stuff.
I know, I hear.
It's too much.
You're not far. You're not far.
I'm not far, Mr.
I'll tell people if we can push those likes. We have 194.
Guys, like the video.
Then
like the video. I want to know how close I was. How warm I was.
Give my opinion, but guys, what's the point of giving?
Please like the video for my sake. I want to know how warm I was, how close I was. Do you think he's afraid of what they went through, Sereo went through and Mangena went through, where they now have to recall the basic theory of ballistics and all of that, and now they're thinking, I'm gonna have to go through this just to say and verify that I gave Mangena an opinion? Hell no. No, I'm not going to be sitting on that witness box for the whole week, being cross-examined by 5 lawyers, just
I'm
so
still not happy about
I can
the
save Mangena. No, I've got enough problems.
I'm still not happy about the likes. We have 400 people.
Okay, guys, you don't want to like the video. We are moving on without Mr. Anonymous telling us exactly what he thinks. Guys, please like the video, okay? You can't keep us in suspense. Please like the video. And also, I'm begging, with polite,
someone is saying
with humility.
On WhatsApp, I'll just read the WhatsApp, okay? Going on. And it cannot be September 2014 because the deceased was still alive. In
Twan,
yes. Thank you.
Thank you
for your contribution.
It cannot be September
250,
2014.
guys. At least 250. Stock 250.
How, guys? Push that like button, please. I beg. Humble.
Ned, hello.
With humility.
Hello. Lola. Hello. Sizwe. Hello. It's big, actually. Something that I'm gonna tell you.
Guys, please.
It's very big.
Please put those thumbs up. When you have a remote, there are arrows there. As soon as you press those arrows, there's something that appears there at the bottom of the screen. You navigate all the way to a symbol that looks like this, and you say, okay.
Guys, we work hard for you guys. Do our research. Come here. Please assist us with the likes, please.
Please.
We beg you.
Please,
I don't want to have to do this, having to hold you like on the ransom so that I don't like that. Before Baloyi even finishes his chat about the sick note of the Bentley, judge jumped into his not coming forever. How did he know? Yeah.
As in forever.
Yeah. So guys, while we are busy liking, Sibanda Skatele, we already liked. Thank you, Sibanda. We appreciate you. For those who forgot, please like the video. So here's what I'm thinking. Here's a problem, where the problem lies, that you do not see why Baloyi said confine your questions to ballistic, microscopic
evidence that they okayed or they gave an opinion on.
What is his name? Ndini. More reason why Ndini is going to be the last one. Because it's going to take long. You know why?
Why?
Dean was present on that scene.
Aibo. Utini man.
Mangena went with who?
Ndini he went with Ndini.
Ndini and the other guy. So Ndini was present on that. And Mangena kept on insisting that Ntini
So he was with
was
Ntini and
assisting. They were
Bentley.
just assisting.
Ntini and Bentley.
And Bentley. That's why I'm worried about Bentley.
Bentley has a medical. What?
It's alleged. It's alleged. Now I'm breaking it because I see you guys don't see what is going on. Bentley was a ballistic expert, but he called another ballistic expert. That's what they are telling us.
Ntini is a ballistic expert.
And Ntini was reduced to a water boy by Mangena, in my opinion.
In
when
that court, when he said
they were doing nothing,
they were assisting.
Here's another thing that I've been holding forever, because I see you guys don't catch up when I give you hints sometimes. I've been giving you hints that I said there's a person, I wouldn't say this person. So, Ntini is a wild card. Ntini is a very wild card. I'll tell you why. The defense seems so sure about the things that happened in that house. And so far, there are few people that came that were coming from that house. And Ntini is one of them. Who told the state who took the bullet?
Someone between the two.
Exactly. So one is sick, one is willing to come. Who between the two, who told the state, who could have leaked that information?
That Mangena was seen taking a bullet out from the scene.
Now remember, I'm going to remind you again, confine your questions to
ballistic microscopic verification, or the microscope, what they saw on the microscope.
And Mangena, Kushuguti lied to us. Mangena said these people were just water boys. He did all the work, they were assisting him. But later on, they review him. Later on, he goes on and becomes the reviewer, or the person who gives opinion, while he was already conflicted because he was in the scene. What opinion was he giving? What opinion was he giving? Because you know what happened. You know how the bullet was collected. You were there when the evidence was taken. What opinion were you giving? Because these people are presented as people who are independent, all that and that and that and that. But Ntini is a wild card, because Ntini was there. Ntini was taking measurements, assisting this man to hold the tape or do whatever that they were using. Right?
Yes.
So what opinion was he giving? Later on, what opinion was he giving as a ball boy that he's been reduced to?
An assistant. Assist. Water bottle person.
So I'm going to ask, do you think the Bentley submission is what it is? I don't know, man. I'm leaving that to you, because I've been giving hints. You don't want to catch them. Now I'm going to.
I'm catching them. So
are you catching?
So now I understand why you are saying that medical certificate needs to be thoroughly looked at.
Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do so because of the law.
And there needs to be intricacies into finding out the authenticity of that medical.
So, you see, I didn't say guys like for nothing. I gave you something to think about. Go think about that. Go think about Dean is not going to be asked questions about the examination of those bullets. He must take us to that house.
He must go all the way back.
He must go all the way back. We cannot be confined into questioning him with regards to what he examined.
Habaloi his dake. Now he has dug a hole for himself.
A ballistic expert called
guys.
another ballistic expert to come.
And I saw his body language. I was like, he looks like he's extremely stressed. But I didn't want to come to dangerous conclusion. But Baloyi, what were you doing?
So Mangena is a wild card, and do expect the order, Dean. Do expect the order of these people to be at the end. They might try to push him first, but what is going to happen? That would mean that this woman would have to wait for long, because they are not going to let Mangena off that stand like that, like 1, 2, 3.
They're not gonna let Ntini.
They're not letting Ntini like that. Ntini is gonna stay there for longer than even Sereo. Ntini has more information on the basis of he was there on the scene.
And there's someone.
So some questions that were asked to Mangena, they can also be asked to Ntini. He was even there when they went to examine the body.
The autopsy. With the doctor, Dr. Steenkamp.
Ntini cannot just go in and then 5 minutes, I did check and whatnot. We will talk about ballistic later on.
Hey, 2024. Now this is a twist. I hadn't even thought about it. Guys, I'm not even thinking about the 2 people that Mangena said he was with. You know why I downplayed them? It's because he was speaking about them as if they were his assistants. They were there assisting him. They were ice boys.
There was a reason why, if you listen to the line of questioning of the defense, they kept on bringing Ntini and the other partner that was there. Ntini and the other partner.
But Mangena downplayed their roles.
And then now, I felt at some point they might call this Ntini guy. But because Baloyi was forced, his hand was forced because of this whole, I think they shot themselves on the foot. And then now, he brought them.
Because he was trying so hard to verify Mangena's a ballistic report. And then he forgot that these 2 were with Mangena all the way back since the incident on the 27th of October. So how could they have verified this in 2020 while they were there in 2014?
And they were ballistics. These people have experience for days. It's not just the ball boys as they are made to be. They've experienced for days.
And then during cross-examination, one of the defense counsel, I think it was Advocate Mnisi, I don't quite remember, but there's one of them who said that Mangena was seen taking a bullet, and we were all flabbergasted.
Someone in that house said that. Someone who was there. And there were few people, according to this guy, were there. Few people. Even Bentley was chased out. They were done with their thinking. They had to go out, and Mangena came in with his team.
Yes. Clap once.
Maybe Bentley was going to say, or in his statement, he said, I never moved out when Mangena was doing his stuff.
And now, he's sick.
Then we have a sick note. I have a problem with that sick note being accepted like that by some of the defense. I had a huge problem.
It's Friday. Maybe they were tired.
But I think they still have time. Ngomezulu bought them time.
Please. Ngomezulu, wow, he's brilliant. Because Naba was going to be like, I don't see a big deal. All of them didn't. Even I didn't see a problem with it. I was like, okay, medical certificate. Poor person is sick. Leave him alone. But now, Mr. Anonymous, that you're saying this. I'm Gomezulu smart. He's 10 steps ahead. Hi. Sure, guys.
Kasonke is saying
This
there's no
is a
twist.
mess.
Please, you are missing the point. What point, Seton? Tell us. Share with us. We are sharing with you, and we are sharing what you know.
Tell us your
What you know
point.
is that those two people that verified. No, it's not even Ben who was in the house. Ne? It was the other. No, it was Ndini. Only Ndini was in the house, not Ben.
Bentley Bat was there during the post-mortem. He said he was with two ballistics.
Yeah.
And then there was a time when Baloyi said that Bentley is retired. So it means he was always with Mangena around the time where they were collecting evidence on the scene and reenacting the scene for the first time.
He would probably have a statement, Undini, that talks about how they went about with that evidence, in that, which is a totally different.
Oh, this could make sense to this mishap with 2014, 11 September 2014. I think it dawned on Sib, and which also makes these affidavits shady at the same time. That how could you have gotten the date so messed up? Because if you are saying 11 September 2014, then where is the affidavit from 2014? It cannot say we verify. That affidavit must be very different from this one of what was tested is correct. It must be very different, that one. That's why maybe Usibanda got now Tatazelt and just started saying 2014 out of nowhere while he was reading Ntini's affidavit.
Masirami, thank you for upgrading your membership. Oh, you are now among the top 5. Those 5 that were there. There was
VIP.
5. VIP side. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Sure, guys. Yeah. Now Ntini is a person that I want to come to court and testify.
Yeah, you're asking a very interesting question. Why was the MEC of Healthy there? It's not, is it of community safety? Why was he there?
Namangazi, there's an interview there some years back when the case was starting and Kaylee Kumalo was all over the place with her lawyer, advocate. There's an interview that she did. She tried to explain. I was zoned out. It was like, why is this lady talking too much? And then she's also there on the documentary, the MEC back then of health. I don't understand what she was doing there either. I don't get it. But she tried to explain. I'm not getting the explanation as to why she was there and what had happened and whatnot. She tried to explain and I'm not getting it. And I still don't understand why she was there.
Guys, Nsakhumbula Mngomezulu telling Baloyi to think of calling Bentley. Yeah, I remember. So now you can anticipate Ndini as much as you can. I think you undermined the significance of Ndini.
Can you imagine, like you were there 2014 on the scene and now you verified in 2020. Another ballistic expert is coming in and saying it's inconclusive. Mangena himself is saying on my first test, I came to the conclusion that it was inconclusive. But somehow I needed to move on and then get a positive. Then I got a positive. So that's how it is. And Dini was there with him from 2014. So it's going to be very interesting what he will come and tell the court. Because, wow. Well, the parameters should be set for the cross-examination is what Advocate Baloyi said, wanting to now control the cross-examination of the defense. But the judge said, I can't make such an order. Surprisingly, he said no, but I also feel like it would be wrong. It would get him into trouble. As a judge, I don't think he's allowed to do that.
Not.
So Baloyi said that on the affidavit of, but then Baloyi, no, I don't think he does. He's unaware of the fact that he can't He can't tell the judge that. But why do it in front of the cameras, live? Like, what is going on with Advocate Baloyi, guys? Why would he request that?
Why did he do that? He knew that it was going to be declined.
But why did he do it?
He did that to send a message to, in my opinion, to the people that will come and testify, because they had concerns, maybe, that these people might ask us more. So he was trying to show them that, hey, I'm fighting for you guys. You can see me. I submitted that they should not ask you certain questions. That's my opinion. That was like a message, in my opinion, that was sent in
to assure them that I'm going to fight
for you,
or I'm fighting.
Yes, that's my thinking, and it's my opinion.
Well, Baloyi said that on the affidavit of Captain A.M. Bentley, they desired to call him. However, they consulted with him this morning. He has furnished them with a medical certificate, and he's not in a position to testify. The judge asked forever. Baloyi said yes, forever. What medical certificate is that? It is needed by some of us.
You're never going to get hold of it unless it's Zuma that you are talking about.
We need that
medical certificate of a person of no color.
Forever. As in, like, he cannot be called to come to court to testify forever. I have never heard of such a medical certificate. I've never heard about it.
Yeah, I wish to know. But kanti mhlambe amehla ngenawo, like, that's what I would like to know. Or he cannot hear, he's deaf, or something like that. I don't know.
Because Musia was in pain, fresh from an operation. He was testifying.
Yeah, it was nothing. He knew. I think any lawyer would know that you cannot confine people to ask certain questions. It's not allowed. But he did it in any case because maybe that's what they were promised. They were promised that,
that look at me, I'm fighting for you.
We'll tell them to actually ask you questions about ballistic only, and then the judge then refused them. So, but guys, I tried. You saw. Oh well, try it. That's my thinking. Everything is done for a purpose in that court.
Ngomezulu said that he received the medical certificate and he had not consulted with his client yet, and he was of the view that this aspect should also be suspended until Wednesday so that he can liaise the contents with his client. So the judge said that they will deal with the contents of the medical certificate on Wednesday. Ramusipile said he had no objection on the document. Mnisi, Ngumalo, Munyeki as well.
They will leverage from each other. Ngomezulu this time bailed them out.
Well, Baloyi also updated the list of exhibits. There are more exhibits that he added, and there was a request by Major Biat for IB's comparison. So Major Biat is the one who called Mangena to the scene.
Yes. I seem to confuse them. Yes,
he is a general for the taxi violence division.
Taxi violence has been existing in this case. You could swear Senzo was an owner.
Taxi owner. Hi, guys, now I'm done.
So yeah, guys, all that is said is alleged.
Everything is alleged. We're speculating.
Yes.
That's what we do.
And we are opinionated. That's the simple thing.
That is what we do.
Everything
is alleged.
Let's hear a couple of calls, guys. Just give them space. Like, if you can call, it's going to be a lot of calls, just 2 minutes. Mzansi, hello.
My lovely people, how are you doing?
We are good, and you?
I am well. I'm good. I can see that you guys are also well, so that's good.
Yes.
Emily.
Hi.
Some of the people in the comment sections, Emily, you know what I mean? But it's Friday today. We're gonna have a good laugh,
Yes.
and you must laugh as much as like that laugh is very infectious. I actually agree with the caller who called yesterday, or the gentleman who Mr. Ndata. Yeah. It's so this case is it's just a mixed bag of it gives out a mixed bag of emotions. Go to Giddy Ice Boybo Bontini, who are just coming there as observers and just, was standing on the sidelines. You don't even know, like, Kure Mang, what is their role? Because it seems like everybody just keeps changing. This person is placed at this place, and one moment, no, they were not there, they were here. It's just so confusing. And then when you're still thinking, Giddy Ice Boy, Bontini, Giddy handkerchief, Giddy exhibit, they're coming in handkerchiefs, and then you're like, is this really how things are done in our country to preserve justice? You bring exhibits in handkerchiefs, bags are open, people are short-circuiting the processes, and then they use fancy words like in exceptional circumstances. And then you ask yourself, like, what is the scope of exceptional circumstances? How wide do you stretch the net? Within what parameters are exceptional circumstances confined in?
Yeah. So
you just sit there, and then just because somebody has got experience or whatever, then they can just throw out words, and then it's okay, and then we just assume that, because this person has this many years of experience, they have integrity, And I really like how Mr. Anonymous actually, just rebutted that claim that education is evidence of integrity. I really like how you put it. And another problem is that, every time, evidence is coming in trickles. Mm. And it's been happening since day one. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. Guys, sometimes I want to tell you stuff, but I don't know how to tell you, because without revealing too much about myself and what I do. But one day I'll tell you guys. You know what I mean? Because some of these comments that I make because I've got experience in some of these things, and I've seen stuff, and this is what I see. Do you know what I mean? And then also, every time the defense pokes a hole in the state's case, they just close the potholes with an affidavit. Do you know what I mean? Whether the affidavit is done overnight or couple of days prior, I mean, it's just a mess. I mean, it's like you saying that you are ready for an exam, and then right in the middle of the exam, the invigilator, when you get stuck, the invigilator says to you, "Oh no, you can just step outside and go and get your textbook and have a little look and come back and write." It's the same thing, because
that's exactly how
I thought the point of taking a case to court is presenting your case. You are ready to take the case to trial. You get to trial. You present your witnesses. The defense cross-examines them. The job of the defense is to poke holes and to cast doubt in the testimonies of the witnesses, right? So if the defense is casting doubt, and then Baloyi runs back and then comes with affidavits to close the loopholes, then will this case ever end? Because it seems like every time when doubt is cast and it's obvious that something is not right, then he's given an opportunity to go back and come in and fix things. So will this case ever end because of that is happening? You know what I mean? And then here we've got Bentley. It was never mentioned from the beginning that Bentley is incapacitated and he has no capacity to testify. It was never mentioned. Now, all of a sudden, because the pot is boiling on the stove and the defense is lighting up their asses, now it's like this man is Marahwacha, you know what I mean? But now because Marahwacha, and then you know what I mean? Mnisi is putting coals up their asses. Now Bentley is incapacitated. And you know what, Emil? I looked at that medical certificate. And it's so sick. And I'm thinking, what is in that medical certificate? It's so sick. No, this man is dying. You know what I mean? I mean, the thing is, it's so sick, man. It looks like wow, Yeah.
And then, thank you, nice.
And then, the 2014 September thing, you know what I'm thinking. The way these people have been conducting themselves. This is just an opinion and it's alleged. You know what I mean? But the way they've been conducting themselves, I'm just thinking that maybe they went and because they got access to old cases and old affidavits. Maybe most probably they just copied and pasted something to create a new affidavit. That's why I get it when you're doing things in a rush and when you are panicking. Sometimes you don't have you miss things. You don't read things line by line. Just make sure that everything checks out because you are in a rush and you are panicking. So some things it's so easy to miss some things. So most probably they were just copying and pasting some stuff from the affidavit and then they forgot to change the date. That's why these dates are mixed. I believe was September.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you are copying an assignment, there's somebody copying an assignment, you're copying
his name.
And then you miss to change one word or a reference mola because you were copying. So maybe this is what happened. You know what I mean? And then Baloyi. That's what I'm thinking happened here. And then Baloyi wants to prescribe the parameters of cross-examination to the defense. How is that even possible? You know, people like Baloyi think, and all these witnesses, you know, people think that when you become a witness, a state witness or a witness, whether you are a witness for the state or the defense, what they think is a joke. It's not pap and slate being a witness. You understand? Because once you put information on the record and you are considered a witness, you should be ready to be grilled. You should be ready to answer questions. You know what I mean? And people think that when they write the affidavit, you know, they can then prescribe to the defense as to how they should cross-examine them. I mean, these defense lawyers, people's lives are on the line, man. These 5 guys' lives are on the line. The job of the defense is to defend them. So how can you prescribe to them and say, no, just ask these questions, but don't ask these questions? And you know what? I'm thinking that the old man said, no, I cannot do that. It's fine, right? Because he knows that if he openly said, yes, actually, you can do that, then there'll be problems. But then Ratan knows that he is going to do it another way. He's going to confide the defense within those parameters that were requested by Baloyi in another way by interrupting them, asking them questions and be like, oh, what do you mean when you say that? You haven't laid the basis for that. You know what I mean? So he's got another way of how he's going to confine them. Because we've always been seeing him, right? He's always been confining them with certain parameters. Yeah. When they try to go a certain way, he'll bring them back one way or the other. So he's going to do it anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, but that's all I gotta say today. But I'm not happy with our family members as far as the likes are concerned.
As far as the likes are concerned.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you guys should just stop doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this, family doesn't understand that you guys sitting all night here doing this. It's not just about the 5 guys on trial or about justice. It's about justice for everybody. Everybody, including those who have encountered any issues yet. Because right now we are all sitting ducks. We don't know what's going to happen to any one of us or our family members.
What
right?
happens when
so
you
please,
go to court?
Let's keep the channel alive, guys. Let's keep the channel alive. Let's smash the like button, share the video, and keep giving the super chat. You know what I mean? And thank you to everybody who gave the super chat this week. I saw all those super chats coming in. We really appreciate you guys and be blessed forever and so much. You know?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you guys so much. You have a lovely weekend.
Thank you.
Yes, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. So, thank you so much.
Emily, then you've heard it. But as Vale.
Yeah.
Let us close now because
people don't want to
like.
Lights
are not liking, guys.
People, my fam. Ningenza kanjani? Why nikhathala? Why niphelelwa amandla? Sisekugcineni. Can't you see we are almost at the finish line? You choose to get tired.
Thank you,
now.
Maserami. But for people like Maserami, it's difficult to, because those people are really supporting us. Sizwe, I know for sure that you have liked the video. I know it's not even a question, but you were there. Thank you. We appreciate you. Breeze, and we appreciate you. Crash, we appreciate you. Good morning. It was a good morning. Yes. Etimoyo, thank you very much for being with us, Mami. Hello. Yes, Mami. We appreciate you. We appreciate. Just a reminder for those who have forgotten to like, maybe we came in late and they forgot everything. It's okay. They just wanted to listen. But please like the video. Lebza, Mr. Anonymous, all the defense lawyers are paid by legal aid, with an exception of Ngomezulu, who's going to pay Mnisi's court if they oppose doctor's note. Now I hear you. Mzansi, hello. Mzansi, hello.
Mr. Ano.
Siyaphila mfethu njani wena?
And right, Mr. Ano.
Yes.
Mina bengithi nje i2 cent yami ngifake ngithi siyabulela ngale channel yenu nenza umsebenzi omuhle omkhulu, akaze ngathi ngeke nginamandla ukuthi ngifake isandla lapho ku super chats manje into azivumi, but ke ukufaka nje ukuthi silike into baluleke kakhulu lapha kwi channel. But ke into bengifuna uyichaza ukuthi thina abantu ababonayo ukuthi kwenzekani kule case sijabulile, because i-defense ilwile nani kwelicala niyasisiza thina ukuthi si-understand ukuthi kuqhubekani kule case. Na izolo benibhekile lapho uveza i-picture ye-bullet lapho, angiboni lutho mina lapho, ngibona amahoqololo nje. But ke that's the other way ukuthi kufuneka sizifundise lezi zinto ukuthi ngomso sikwazi ukuthi kwenzekani. And enye into ngithi mina the way mina ngibona ngakhona i-judge lethu line angazi ngizothini unomsindo. Is a judge that ucabanga ukuthi mayisuka ku-apartheid esuka kwinto ezibhlungu i-South Africa zange yamrecognize. Nabo judge bani babeya kwi-pension obani akabizwa lapho. So i-judge ene enga, so ufuna uziveza ngale case ngoba every time mayikhomenta lapho ukhomenta ngoMandela, well, Mandela, even Mandela can wake up to his grave. Don't zinto ezingathi uba une-anger yokuthi umzansi awumrecognize as somebody or important ocontributile la emzansi, ngoba usitshala nge-apartheid ngo-1915 ngo-19 bana ayingeni lutho lapha ekheyisini nto. Umuntu kumele enze umsebenzi wakhe ukuthatha i-personal things zakhe azilethe lapha ecourt. The way mina ngicabanga kakhona ukuthi ijaji lethu ingathi line-problem. Ngumuntu lo ngathi ubambe i-anger towards South Africa, abantu bamnyama especially. So ngiyabonga kakhulu nge-channel yenu, ngibukela every day, engathi ngafaka isandla but anginalutho, but ngizofaka lama-likes kuphela.
Thank you. Okubalekile ukuthi uyafuna, and then okunye nokunye uNkulunkulu uzokubusisa ukuze ukhona ukuthi ufike lapho. Siyabonga.
Yebo. Ngiyabulela kakhulu Mr. Ana.
Siyabonga.
Thank you. Obuka nje nokulike, guys.
That's what matters. We
really appreciate it.
Yes.
And you know, and not that we don't appreciate the super chats as well, we highly appreciate them.
Yes.
And also this caller, what he was saying is that he's thankful for the channel and he wishes that he had the financial means to also support with the super chat, but we know God will bless him and one day he will. And he was also talking about how what is happening in court right now, for us who have a different perspective and who watch every day, can see what is happening, and we are happy about what's happening. And also he was saying that we as Mzansi Reality are helping with the understanding of what is happening in that courtroom. And this is a very, very nice comment for me. I appreciate that, because that is the aim. And the judge also has no peace coming from, pre-1994 time, and the fact that he was not recognized. He wants to shine through this case. This is, of course, the opinion of the caller. And even mentioning Bomandela.
Mzansi, hello.
Bonijani, lapho Mr. Anonymous now, Emily.
Siyaphila mfethu njani?
Ngikhuluma noSicelo Madwe la. Ngithola ithuba nje mangene ebusuku ngoba lapho kufanele uthola ukuthi umuntu phela suke ebhekile ukuze kusekuseni.
Siyabonga.
bengithi ngiyathanda kakhulu bafowethu ngiyanilalela yezwa
Oh, siyabonga.
ikakhulukazi Mr Anonymous indlela oyibeka ngayo ngiza ngibe nama goosebumps is exactly njengoba usukuyibeka. So unfortunately kufanele sifake allegedly but nje it's exactly like that. Yabona lo sithatha abakulona bayela kulo ukuthi ubalo uzothola enough time ekuthenini azama ukubancenga lapho ukuthi abafike. That is why bebapholishela ethi cha phela ijaji bavumbela ukuthi befike bezokhuluma ngomkhwebho wamabhulethi kuphela. Abameli abangababuzi ngazo zonke lezi ezinye izinto because ziyabagacelisa lezi ezinye izinto, ziyaba-expose kakhulu. So lento uyichaza is exactly yazi uma usuyichaza nginakho ukulalela asidini ngani kuphela sizontshela nje iqiniso baningi ononi obani ngiyambona nalo sihlobo Nkosi yami uyazama kodwa uyabona kabi bikho kahle egazini angisazi bani sisikantanzi akukho kahle egazini ngiyabona wasizobongani ukuthi ayavulo wakhe but ke engifuna ukusho ukuthi enye into enza futhi ukuthi sizama ukuthi siyibuke kakhulu. It's because we as South Africans inhliziyo zethu zibhlungu ngale case. So ukube kuyangathi kube khona besingafaka khona impela ama-R10 this time esazi ukuthi aqonda ngqo ikakhulukazi. I'm worried because this case it looks like it's gonna take long. So I'm worried ngomngomezulu ukuthi ubaba umngomezulu yena uzokhokheleka kanjani because last time ngcinile ebekhokhelwa umndeni. Manje angazi njengoba lokho ibeyidonsa icase beyidonsa angazi noma kuzokwenzeka kanjani ngoba manje I'm worried about those people. Yileyo nje umngomezulu because laba abanye mina noma bengayidonsa kanjani anginendaba because vele khokhe state although kuyimali yethu nakhona siyabona vele ukuthi siyachaphazeka la. Yabona phela kubhlungu obegcineni le mali ngabe izinto eziningi eziyaphambili. Bese uba ile khona esandokhulweyo khona oqalile ukufona hey ushayile lo sisi lo uyishaye kakhulu lo ngathi ukhulume isituthu enibingelele adidumela hey ushayile lo sisi lo shaye kakhulu impela naye ugijima kuyo ngqo ugijima kuyo. Ngiyabonga kakhulu Nkosi yami ngengidedela abanye nabo bethola ithuba.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
I'll get the interpretation in the meantime while the first one we sibonge kakhulu nganzakwe. Siyabonga Lola. Thank you. Our
Lola.
Member. Hey Lola, thank you. Our member. Again, thank you.
Lola Mutsileng. Thank you, Lola.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And also he is saying yes, talking about Mandela, how the judge likes to talk about Mandela, the apartheid times, and he's saying that Mzansi is not recognizing him or realizing that he also contributed to the struggle. You know, he was there actively participating. So he's especially angry with us people of color. He views him as angry as
towards us
because we don't give him his flowers.
Yes. Right. Did you capture the other caller?
Also, the other caller was saying that he gets a chance at night to watch us and he listens to us, especially how Mr. Anonymous places it. That theory that he just unpacked today, he says it's exactly like that according to him. And he said that Baloyi also, he thinks that Baloyi will get enough time to polish for them. That is merely why he was asking for something that was beyond the judge's means. And the other things also is that these other things, these nitty-gritties or the other aspects of their cross-examination exposes them a lot. It's exposing a lot of things. Also, he says that we as South Africans, this case is in our hearts. Our hearts are really broken about this case. And he can see that this case will take long. He wishes that there was a way to contribute, even if it's just 10 rand. So, especially Ngomezulu.
Ngomezulu did share a card.
There was a time he shared an account number. We even talked about it on the
Directly to
channel.
Ngomezulu.
Yes,
I think it's better
and there's
that way.
also a video as well. I don't know if I can still find it where he was sharing that account. Maybe if I can edit it and upload it separately, which is gonna take a while, but I have to find
but
that
you
video.
did share it. I think if you there's a Facebook page.
No, it's actually a TikTok page.
Was it a Facebook? There's a Facebook page. I saw it on is it Patricia?
Oh, you mean Patricia?
Yeah.
No, but he shared it in a video.
Yes, there was a
Patricia
video. They
did
also
share.
had a video. Also,
She also had a
yes,
video.
I think
So go to Patricia.
and check. Maybe
Yes.
you might be able to find something there.
Patricia's social media pages.
And you find a video. Use the video one. I
Yes,
think
use the video where it's Mgomezulu. That account number on the video is the one that you can bet that it's the one.
it's the owner.
Yeah,
rightful
because
owner.
everything else that comes written, we don't
we
know.
don't want to be involved with those. That's
No,
why
no, no.
I'm even pushing it to that side because I don't want to.
And then turns out that there's we're living in times where there's scams.
People are using a lot
Hey.
of things that are available to get money. Yes. Let me go up again to check on the people that I have not. Andy Samjigwa, we appreciate you. Shali, thank you very much. Jabungums, thank you. Sbandas Katele, thank you. Andy Swa, okay, Andy Swa, I've mentioned you. Sizwe, I can mention you anytime. Pela, you contribute a lot by liking, commenting, and doing everything. And there's someone who sent Emily a thought here. I'm not going to put his name, just a thought regarding the unwillingness to press the like button. I suggest you limit the live chat only to members. We can do that actually. And once the number of likes increases in line with those who are watching, then you open the chat to everyone. I've seen it happening in other live streams, especially the ones in United States. Thank you very much.
Okay. That's something we'll
that's a
have
suggestion.
to apply.
Just sort of a reminder, sort of.
As a reminder.
Chuku Anna, thank you. We really need the police officer arrested, accused 3, to come here to tell this court this gun never killed Senzo and is approved the day he was sentenced. I think I missed that last part. Lola, thank you very much, our member. Appreciate you. Cynthia 65, thank you. Masrami, thank you, and thank you for upgrading. Tulitus, our moderator JP is another. Not saying that. I'm not reading that. Yeah, in card, allegedly. Andy Zomjigwa, you don't understand. At Rata's court, we use emotions. Thank you, Andy. So please like the video, guys. Remember to like the video. And let me see who. Uncle Nels, thank you very much for being with us. Let me see. Nat, our moderator, our member. Our everything, yeah. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you very much, and we appreciate you. Is one of the people that are really. I think I don't have words to say thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you, Nete, for your support and everything.
Paul
And
Manjani,
Mthokozi
Silanga, always. Thank you very much. I haven't even read. I haven't seen Mthokozi Silanga as yet
In a
here
while.
on the list. It's here. No, it's here. It's been here.
But yeah,
Paul Manjani, thank you very much. Mlambo Designs, thank you.
Mlambo Design.
And Mlambo Design is a regular now. Boto Ramokate, thank you very much. We appreciate you. WS, our member. Mnisi is not playing with the laughing emoji. Thank you very much. Hilton Duma. I just did. I think you did like. Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate this. So I'm reading your comment. Shanjiwe Sibanda. Thank you. William Mahoro. Yeah.
Mahoro.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you. Dumsan Trevor Baloyi. We appreciate you, Dumsani. Good morning, family. Let me like. Oh, that's why Also, I read your comment because you are doing the right thing. Mami, I have come to a point where I accept Rata's guilt verdict based on the fact that Rata clarification turned into a point of correction. Sibanda deliberately read wrong information for the sake of media. Hey, allegedly. Mami, thank you very much. I have to read your comment because you are regular here. You are always here. Let me see. Lindiwe. What about Fisel? Lindiwe, you are also regular. Zansi, hello.
Hello.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Is it Mozambique reality?
It definitely are in. Just shoot.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you still guys live?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Finally, I got to listen live today. I'm one of the morning gangs, guys.
Welcome.
You're still within your intervals. Morning.
Exactly. Yeah. Guys, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Really, it's a commendable job, and I must say, Anonymous was processing 70 sometimes. Because some of us, when we come in, we just put my headset and then listen to you guys, and yeah.
That's good. Thank you.
I'm sorry. That is
well,
not the
guys,
intention.
I just have one thing that I always ask myself. More especially when it comes to these previous two witnesses. Guys, what is an expect? What is an expect? I'm asking this question because if you can check Sereo, Sereo was, he didn't do this CMS courses, the latest one.
Yes.
Yet he's still called an expert.
I think just to answer that, I think in that court, normally I've seen the judge starting that portion of an expect. It normally starts with the judge and then it becomes an expect. When they are asked, they have, however, in their defense said, I'm just an analyst. An expect is what you see. Do you see now? It's not them declaring themselves as experts, but the people in court doing that. So it's not them.
Also, there was a time with Stain.
Sorry.
There was a time with Stain. Okay.
That means all the police, if you're like 10 years, you have like 10 years experience and they expect.
Because we still have what I've noticed. Who's this guy who came to testify? Was even undermined in that court, in my opinion. MANGENA. No, Makubo. Very undermined because he stands on a different position. That's a feeling I got.
You understand?
Yeah.
And also there was a time with Stain where they were asking him under cross-examination why he's declared an expert, and he said he was declared by a judge. Do you guys remember that?
Exactly.
There was a time he said that.
There's
apparently in South Africa, once you are called an expert by a judge, you are an expert.
Promotion.
Exactly. Because if they just not handle and the next court case, you're an expert.
Yeah.
Every court case you
also, if you like cases like these ones.
Exactly. You are in support of the state. We are crude. But anyway, guys, you guys are doing a very great job. The other what I like always is when Emeliati Lojazo Skrumika are cool. I wanna this is what she sees in this judge. Icon.
That's good, please.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job, and I'm just pushing them saying, and when I'm anonymous, it's like you with Sangoma or your lawyer or something. Why every now and then whatever you're saying happens?
I'm still shocked every day. I'm like, you said this was gonna happen.
Maybe I missed the callie.
Maybe you call it an extent. I love Sereo. No extent.
I'm a mix of a much image. It's not matching. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, right. Tapiwa, thank you very much. Caller, you killed me. Yes, Fiso Sindani, we are still fresh. Fiso doesn't want to sleep. Hey, this name, Haraifa, 23. Thank you very much for being with us. I hope I read your name correct. If I haven't, please correct him. Tosis Langa. Emel, there you go. I know you were remembering from the bar.
Yes, Tosis Langa. Hi. I read your comments a lot.
You taught me this name. Khaungalelwe. Yes. Yes. Thomas, thank you very much. Let me see. Stelo Madwe, thank you very much. Sipombata. Hey, Sipombata Okoz. Thank you very much. Okay, Colin Vadival, thank you very much. Queen Sa, thank you.
Queen Sa, we have Queen of the South.
Michelle Lee, thank you very
Sa.
much. Yes. Shanji Wasibanda, thank you. Lanene, thank you. Morning family. Mami Funeka. Ensili caller. Une anger lo baba. For fingers. Allegedly. CN Poker. I like everything. We appreciate you. That's why we recognize you because you are here most of the time. In fact, every day we are right. Lulama Serai, our member. Thank you. Uncle Nails, thank you. We also see you all the time. Don't worry. The morning gang know how to push the likes button to over 1,000. Yes, the morning gang is something else. Let's continue liking though. Outclass Tours, thank you very much. We appreciate you being here. Nomakule Tyler, thank you very much. We appreciate you for being here. And then also thank you again, Lola. Thank you for being generous to us. Zwa. Thank you. When did Bentley retire? Hi. Namangas. That'll be interesting. Crash, we appreciate you. Let me see. Yeah, I think, guys, mostly Ned, we were here. I saw you saying goodbye. Mhlangabe is Sly. Thank you very much. See you. Kwelakiti. Kungani uratha echemile ne-state allegedly. Hey, umbuzo lo mfethu nathi asazi mangabe ubuza ngeke nguphenduleke lo angasi. I cannot answer. But yeah. Mlungisi Jonas, I appreciate you. Sivusuthando, thank you. Keep up the good work, Mr. Ano and Emily. Thank you. Tembelani Kanye, good one. We appreciate you. Chikelo, thank you very much. Raisibe, ne? Thank you very much. Kanyembe, thank you. Let me see. MZ, Mr. Ano, what's your profession? Are you a lawyer? No, I'm not a lawyer. Bro, you spot on. I think you should help. I'm not a lawyer. Spa Masugu, we appreciate you, Spa. Pa Masugu is also here, Mr. Ano. Yes, you are here, Spa. We appreciate you. We appreciate you for being here and all the work that you've done also for this channel. It's amazing. Linda Dube, we see you, Siba, every day.
Yes.
We see you. as we go on, guys, I'll basically know all your names by heart. Yeah, I think Emily, only handful that has not been mentioned. It's either your name. I'm still practicing it in my head. May Tumhlanga, we appreciate you. Nesisa, thank you very much. Both. Hi, Mr. Ano and Mrs. Emily. Miss.
Hi.
Miss Emily. Blessing Mabena. Thank you.
Yes, it's
Ned, have a lovely day. Hey, lovely weekend. Lovely one. And then Kiabe Napo, we appreciate you. Yeah, I think everyone that is here has been mentioned one way or another. Lindan Dube, you have been mentioned. Press that like button then. Pedro Ngosi, Anonymous, you are right. The judge who called them, it's a judge who called them experts. Yes, that's what I've heard most of the time. Emily, is it possible to make that video that you promised us this week? We have nothing for Monday and Tuesday, if possible.
I did promise a video. What video did I promise, guys? Please
remind
remind
me.
You
always write down.
Please remind. There's so many videos I have promised you guys.
I can say this. There is something that you're going to be doing, I think, Monday and Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it be
I think I have ideas there. I don't know what to cover. But yeah, you'll see on Monday we have to do something, also on Tuesday, just so we keep the momentum going.
There's a lot to talk about, man. People are gone. People are gone. That's one thing to talk about. Let me see this. Yeah, I think everyone has been mentioned. Emil, don't start now. You forgot. You forgot what you promised. How can you promise people?
I did promise. There's so many video concepts that I had in my head that I'm just like, no, but I couldn't get the time because I had to listen to the proceedings and pay attention. Guys, when we listen, it's different. We can't just listen. We listen with depth.
Yeah, I see Valila Emily. Sipombata. Pravin's gone as well. Yes. Hey, ngiyathanda ukusikhulumisa. Asivalela kwamanje. Isasemnandi sisaphila sisasibonge nje ukuthi we're still breathing. Have a great weekend, be safe. Don't do what I wouldn't do. Just be safe. Remember, we need you back.
Well and healthy.
Everyone needs
and good.
You. Yes, we appreciate you being here. So keep well. This channel is addictive. Yeah, you guys are also addictive.
Yeah, you guys are also addictive.
Hey, bye guys. Please, on your way out, if you forgot to like the video, interact with the video, become a member also. It's not bad to become a member because you motivate us to do more. Thank you.